So I have one question for you. Do you think Black people are holding themselves back?
I'd say yes in some cases, just in the ways that we're not thinking about it, because or I guess it would come down to Black people themselves aren't even unified. So I always think of if Black people as a whole were unified, and I'm talking about just everyone, because Black, it's a color. I'm talking Afro-Latino. I'm talking people who are in different countries, whether it be within the North American continent, South American, if you're in the Caribbean region, in the Middle East, in in the different African countries and in the different regions within Africa as well, and the Black people in Europe.
Exactly.
If we were all actually unified, just imagine how powerful we could be.
Exactly. I definitely do think that, because there are so many people who say, oh, well, I'm African or I'm Caribbean, I'm this and that. What if we were just
and
Black people?
And it's good to enjoy your culture.
Yes, it's good to enjoy your culture.
But not at the expense of others.
Embrace your culture, enjoy your culture, value who you are and where you're from, but don't make it seem like your culture is better than any other. For example, don't make, like, I hear a lot of, like, there's so many divisions amongst, like, Africans and African Americans, or this Caribbean and this and that. But what if we were all Black? What if we were all just, okay, yes, we have our different cultures.
Celebrate
your
different cultures, share your different cultures,
exactly,
so that each person can learn from it, take a piece of it. And then just be happy that, wow, we're so many different people. We're so diverse as Black people.
Yep.
That would
help
as opposed
to saying, well, my culture, because I hear a lot of, like, other people saying, oh, well, my culture is richer than this culture, or this group of people don't have culture. But that's not the truth, because you're not in that person's shoes. You're not in that person's culture to really know how rich their cultures are. You can't just make assumptions just based on just looking at someone.
Exactly.
So, we need to learn to value ourselves, value each other, because the one thing I do notice that there are other people, like, from other races. Yes, they have their different cultures. Yes, like, okay, maybe they're different races, but they have, like, but then you will never hear an Asian person come out and say, well, this person, we're better than the Japanese. I'm Chinese. I'm better than this person. But even if they thought that, they'll never come out of, like, in public and be, putting another Asian country down or putting others down. You never hear white people saying, oh, well, I'm this type of white. I'm from the eastern part of Europe, or I'm from the western part of Europe. Like, It's only us that always kind of divides ourselves, and we're not unified.
And I think it's a deeply rooted thing as well. It's always, I think, there's a competition that wasn't initially there amongst Black people. And then during the different things, during, I guess, the diaspora, it's like with the different changes that were happening, people were then starting to compete and see it's almost like who was the better type
of Black. And that's
what does that even mean?
First of all, when you say you're the better type of Black, is that, how do you know that?
And what does that even mean? Because for instance, if people are saying, oh, we're different types, oh, I'm Caribbean, I'm like, really? Because what's the different type? Because the skin tones, it doesn't matter where you're from. There's a range of skin tones between the Caribbeans, the Afro-Latinas, between people in Northern, in Southern, in Eastern, in Western Africa. I don't understand how that can be a different type. And then with your culture, you're telling me, all of our food's good.
Exactly.
So what does that mean?
We have rich cultures. Our skin is beautiful. Our hair is we're all so beautiful in so many different ways, and it's sad because sometimes.
And the funny thing is, I think we spend so much time trying to separate and divide, thinking, oh, I'm better in this way. Meanwhile, I'm here and I'll be talking with, I was just talking with you about how similar it is between Caribbean and African parents, what they do. Like, why not encourage the differences, but why don't you even look for the similarities and realize you are not that different from your other fellow Black person?
And I do feel like this all boils down to stereotype and to slavery. Because I feel like we are the most stereotyped people in the entire universe, basically. Other races,
the crazy thing is that what bothers me so much, and which I'm so glad that awareness is being brought about, especially today in this day and age, but the fact that every single race can somehow come to agreement about thinking Black people are less than. And then on top of that, I don't know of any other race that has so many divisions within their own people.
Exactly.
As Black people
And
do.
yes, and what I was mentioning about stereotyping is that, first of all, it's very dangerous. And the reason why we kind of separate ourselves and think we're better than is because we try to please other races that we think that are better than us. So, for example, like Africans, right? There's this one African girl, I really, love her, but when she made this statement, I completely disagreed with her. She was saying that, oh, us Nigerians, we have culture and this and that. When you go to the workplace, make sure you work hard so they know that you're a different type of Black. What does she mean by that? What do you mean by, so you want them to see, oh, I'm not like other Blacks, but I'm a better type of Black. So you are looking for validation from these other races. You want them to see you as not the same as other Blacks. Like, that's how I kind of interpreted it.
Meanwhile, a better mindset for her to be is more so, let me show you what we are capable of.
Exactly.
It's just stop looking down on us, because we can do just as well, if not
exactly,
better.
if not better.
You don't distinguish as one thing.
And I do feel like a lot of, let's say, like Africans or Caribbean immigrants, for example, like when they come here, they're like, well, I want to make sure like I break from that stereotype. I don't want them to stereotype me with these certain groups of people, this and that. And that's not stereotypes doesn't fit everybody, and we should treat everybody as individuals. We should, come together as people and just make sure we represent ourselves well, no matter what, and say, okay, when I'm in a place, in a workplace, I'm Black. I'm not just Caribbean. I'm not just Nigerian. I'm not just African.
And also realize you're representing for all Black people as well.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that I find a lot of people even try and fit the stereotype themselves.
Yep.
You can talk to someone in one case and they'll act a different type of way. It's almost, I feel like the stereotypes are there, almost that at some points, I'm not saying that even just Black people are even intentionally doing this, but I feel like sometimes Black people are even trying to fit that stereotype themselves.
Exactly.
Why is that necessary?
Exactly. And also,
I'm not saying, if you're illiterate, I apologize, and I wish you would find like a better way to find the education.
But some people go out of their way to fit the stereotype.
To just try and be illiterate for no reason.
And then it's so funny also.
Mumbling is not attractive.
Mumbling is and also, I do notice that when I was like, let's say in high school and then there'll be a Black person who spoke properly, and they'll be like, oh, you're speaking white. Why are you speaking to your fellow Black person, saying that them speaking properly?
No, the worst is
white.
People that were saying, I remember people were like, oh, the Obamas, they're pretty white though. And I remember, the funny thing is, I remember, this was in my high school, and I stopped the girl, and I'm like, what do you mean? How is it that they're acting white? She's like, oh, and I'm like, oh, you mean with them being educated? You mean with them being in a place of power? You mean with them actually holding their head on their shoulders and having confidence? But please tell me, what is it about them?
But was that person who said that white or
Black? White.
Well, because they're white. I've heard Black people themselves saying, oh, you're an Oreo because this person is studying. This person's actually
that happened
trying
when
to better
I remember
themselves.
I called an Uber or a Lyft when I was in DC, and the person's like, oh, I was expecting a white person. I'm like, oh, really?
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me why.
And then when they have those stereotypes about us that we're illiterate, we can't speak proper English, we're ghetto, this and that, and when we say it ourselves and validate that ourselves,
and then
that's a problem.
And then they'll be, and that's the thing, Black people will be angry that people are saying that, but meanwhile, they're the same ones who are going and saying the exact same thing. Like, for example, let's say in high school, there'll be those Black students who are, educated. They want to do well in school. And then they're getting bullied. Like, oh my God, you're such a dweeb. You're such a nerd. This and that. What does that mean? And I'm sure it depends on your environment too. Where unfortunately, because slavery wasn't that long ago, Black people are still not doing as a whole aren't doing as well socially as other races.
Exactly.
Because while another race started at like step one, we were kicked like 500 steps back because of slavery and getting our rights and going through the whole civil rights movement just to get barely to where we need to be.
Exactly. I do feel like we were kind of brainwashed to think that we're less than other people. So we've carried that mentality and burden with us. And it saddens me sometimes when I value everyone. I value every race. I value every culture. But it saddens me when I see other people like speaking down on us. And And then when I see
or
our
seeing
people,
our people, and the worst is seeing our people speaking
Yeah.
down about our
people
with other races.
And then when I see comment sections of
That
other,
only validates the other race and thinking, oh yeah,
they're
that's
like,
what black
yeah,
people are like.
how do you expect them to respect us if we don't respect ourselves, or if we
That's one
don't
thing. You will
value
never
ourselves?
see me talk bad
Yeah.
about black people to another race.
Yeah.
You'll never see me talk bad about Caribbean people to another group.
Exactly.
You will never see me do. It's the same way. It's the same way for your family, for instance.
Yeah.
You can have as many issues with your family as possible, but
But
you will
you will
never,
never
ever,
go
ever
outside
and even
and
if you go and
say-
complain to a friend, if they even say, "Oh yeah, that's true," you don't know how quickly I will throw
Exactly.
hands with someone who tries to insult.
And there's
my
a
family.
way you can go about it saying, okay, I really don't like this. I would like to change this, but it's not in an insulting manner. Like, oh my gosh, my family is this. And there's a way you speak to other people about your family or your like. I see blacks as family. For example, if I know that we're doing something that's not right. For example, I'm like Nigerian. If Nigerians are doing something that's not right, I say, okay, there's something that they need to change. This is what they need to change. But I wouldn't go outside and be bad mouthing like, oh, this and that, black people are this, Nigerians are this, blah, blah, blah. Like, there's a way you communicate the issues within your community without putting your people down.
And that's something it's a crazy
Yeah.
thing because you don't understand. I don't know where I was growing up.
Yeah.
It's almost like black people are looking for that unity too.
Exactly.
And I don't know if any other race does this.
Yeah.
But tell me if this happens to you. When you see other black people, how come you guys are always making eye contact as if like,
because
hey,
you guys have that connection.
it's just like we're looking for that unity, but we just don't know how to.
It's like first of all,
appreciate it.
I think the first part is we're intimidated by each other. We're afraid of like the unknown, like maybe this person we always expect something bad to happen within us. Like if we're saying, okay, I don't know if I should approach that person, I'm not sure how that person's going to be. But do you really see that happening in other races?
Right.
Do you really see them saying, oh, well, yeah, like for example, I'm in class.
Where are black people mentoring
Yeah,
black youth?
exactly.
Like where are the black people? If you
Yeah.
want to support a black owned business, are these black people are these black owned businesses giving back to their community?
Yeah.
How many people, and I'm sorry, not to drag Michael B. Jordan or anything, but like, and I guess you like who you like and everything, but like how many times is he gonna like go back? I think he's from Newark, but like is he going back to like help his
Exactly.
people?
And even like I was saying before about the whole thing, like when I'm in class and I see another black person, I'm like, oh my goodness, like I suddenly feel a little bit happy, like, oh, there's someone like me, because Penn mostly all white classes. So when you see one black person, but then they're giving you a weird attitude, so you're like, okay, should I approach this person? Because I'm genuinely happy that I see you in my class and I want to say hi to you, I want to communicate with you, but there's this resistance all the time that you don't see with other races, and that's what I've noticed, and we really need to break out of that and just even if you don't want to be friends with someone, just treat someone with kindness and with respect.
Yeah.
We always are fast to like act somehow like, oh my gosh, I'm not sure how that's gonna be, but you don't see other people treating each other like that. And we always like say, oh, we're always all about ourselves. Okay, as long as my family is good, I don't know about there's some that help out some people, but not enough of us is going out and helping our brothers and sisters. We're more focused on how our family are, like, are we okay? Are we comfortable?
Right.
But we're not really reaching out.
And that's
and
the
this
thing, even
is
look
why,
at what happens with Ancestry.com. I was talking with a friend of mine from Zimbabwe, and I was just like, honestly, I would love to be in an area where I can see black people doing well. You don't understand how happy I was with Black Panther, and it was a fictional movie. But when you see that, and then he's just like, oh, would you consider moving to Africa, like to a country in Africa? And I'm like, no, because they wouldn't accept me.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly. And it's really sad. And also this mentality is why we don't have a developed African or Caribbean country.
That's sad. Of all the thing is, of all the races, there are developed nations
and
of
we
white,
are the
of Asian.
Asians.
Where's black?
None.
Where's black?
It's because we're selfish, honestly. It's because it's all about, and we see all these
why
people.
are we fighting each other?
Exactly.
Why are we resisting each other?
Yeah.
When we are unified. If people could look, for instance, with Black Panther, look at how it sold out. And still, honestly, I loved Captain Marvel and everything, but I don't think Captain Marvel should have been Black Panther. Look at how black people showed out for that movie.
Exactly.
That was incredible.
But we don't, and then
that was just a small glimpse of what
Exactly.
Black people can do when
Yeah.
they're united with each other.
And we're going to talk about more of like Black nations and, is it our responsibility to develop it? But what I would mention is that if we don't do these things and we see other races doing it for us, do you think they respect us? You think that, they're helping us? They look down on us when they help us. I'm just letting
let's
you
take a
know
look.
that.
For instance,
You know?
I'm of Caribbean descent, right?
Yeah.
So tell me why. And I've never been on a cruise. I don't do boats, and I don't need to go on a cruise just to see an area where they don't even allow Caribbeans to go to that beach. But tell me how, if you go on a cruise, it's a European owned or an American owned, and then they stop at the island. Sure, you can get off and go. Where are the people? Where are the actual people the Haitians?
Yeah.
Where are the Haitians on their island? Oh, they're not even allowed on that property. Why? Because it's owned by European, by
But can
American.
you blame them when we allow everything and we don't even invest in our things and buy properties? We don't do things. When they come and buy that with their money, can you blame them?
It's ridiculous.
It's
and also
sad.
look at, and I get it, okay? We've been to Europe. It's cool, okay? But look at what you can see culturally in the Caribbean, and even
Yeah.
South America, in Africa. What you
Exactly.
can see culturally, not only
It doesn't even
beautiful,
compare.
beautiful natural wonders,
It doesn't compare.
amazing food.
But we don't even promote those things. It's
But
only
why
Europe,
aren't Black
this and
people
that.
going back to vacation there?
No,
Why does
yeah.
it always have to be Europe? Guys, go to Europe once and you see all of
You've
Europe. It
seen
all looks
everything.
the same.
You've seen everything. I remember I was talking to this person about, do you want to go to Tanzania, for example? They automatically had a disgusted face because it's Africa already, without them actually knowing how that country looked like, because of like media, or because we don't promote African travels or Caribbean. Like, we don't promote our own countries. So they already, but when I said, let's go to Europe, they're like, oh my gosh, Europe. Oh my gosh, let's go to France. Because the media has made it seem like those are the only places you can vacation at. Those are the
Meanwhile,
only
look at those
valued places.
And I'm like, if we're talking about danger, let's look
Yeah.
at Europe in the news right now. Let's look
Yeah,
at America
exactly.
in the news right now.
But we
Doesn't
don't
look
value,
that fun.
because if we did go to our countries, we would be investing in those countries. We would be making it better. But you know what? We do all this stuff like, let's go to Europe. Do you know they're looking down on us like, look at these fools. They're coming to invest in our countries, but they don't even value their own. Why do you think they would value our own if we don't value ours? It's like we can go to theirs, but
us
we
not
can go,
valuing each other and our own race and our
Yeah.
people is only providing more fuel for other people. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly. So we definitely need to, work on ourselves, just work on bettering ourselves and learning to value who we are and valuing what we have first. Then we can expect other people to respect us and to value us as well. Anyways, thank you guys for listening to our podcast today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Thank you.